Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Nunamaker, and I'm a member of the AVMA Future Leaders program. I'm also a new grad from vet school, and I feel like most new grads, I wanted to find a way to get involved in organized veterinary medicine, but I saw the experience and time commitment as obstacles to getting involved. Well, I'm here today to talk to you specifically about the experience level needed and the time requirement to let you know you don't need to have a lot of experience or time to get involved. The most important thing is you need to have a willingness to serve and get involved with your organized veterinary medicine group. Keep in mind, as a new grad, none of us really got much experience in vet school. Sure, we were involved in clubs and a few leadership experiences that way, but none of us have really developed those leadership skills. So we're all coming at this at the same level of experience. Also keep in mind that coming out, you're not necessarily going to jump right into a chairman's position or presidency position. Instead, you can start smaller, starting as a committee member or even as just a volunteer, and just work on small projects until you develop your experience level and you feel more comfortable to take on these more ambitious leadership positions. You can also start at a local level, starting with your regional organized vet medicine group, your state organization, or one of the allied organizations, or you could be involved with the AVMA. There are a lot of opportunities to develop your leadership skills. The first of these being participation in the AVMA Future Leaders program. This program is meant to identify a participant's strengths and weaknesses when it comes to leadership, set goals, work towards achieving those goals, and then evaluating the participants' development over the course of the year so that they can see how far they've come in developing their leadership skills. As a spin-off of the Future Leaders program, we now have the Leadership Toolkit on the AVMA website. Here you will find leadership development skill sets that will help you not only in organized veterinary medicine, but also within societal leadership and workforce leadership. You will find a number of contacts for your regional and state VMAs and allied groups. You'll find various tools to help you develop leadership within your workplace, and you will find ways to get involved in society to develop your leadership in all three of these areas. On the website, you will also find a list of useful books that will help you develop your leadership skills. Something that you should keep in mind and not underestimate is the power of on-the-job learning. Just being a member of a committee or volunteering your time is going to go a long way to developing your experience level in dealing with leadership issues. Eventually, as your experience level increases, you may become comfortable with taking on more advanced, more challenging leadership roles. A final option to new grads is attending the annual Veterinary Leadership Conference in Chicago in January. So moving on to the next obstacle, the time commitment. It's really up to you how much or how little time you want to be able to give. In my own personal experience, as a board member with my local laboratory animal medicine group, we have board meetings once a month. These can be either a conference call or an in-person meeting, depending on everyone's availability. There's a lot of flexibility so that we keep the leadership involved and engaged with the organization. You can also find positions with the AVMA or your state VMA that are of minimal time commitment as well. Getting involved with certain task forces or committees, you may be able to just have 1 to 2 in-person meetings a year, and then otherwise be able to communicate via conference call or emails to get everything done. So there's a lot of flexibility to work with. There's also the option of virtual volunteering. With this option, a member can contact a member of the legislature to approach them on any veterinary issue that they may find important. This is them taking it upon themselves to establish a leadership role within their community. As you begin to feel more comfortable in your leadership roles, and if you have time, you can definitely step into a chairman's position or the presidency. This is up to you and you shouldn't feel pressured, but if you have the time to give, there is definitely the need for your leadership skills. Keep in mind that the level of involvement is your own personal choice. The only way you're going to know what your comfort level is to get involved in the first place. Don't be afraid. You can say no at any point in time, and you can also back down if you feel that you've overcommitted yourself. The most important thing to know, though, is that any time that you can give will be greatly appreciated by the organization. For more information, visit avma.org.